Part 44. Why me, says the chosen one. I knew you was coming with that. That's part of your person. That's so tied to the physical reality. That's so tied to those emotions. Why me? Because before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee and I ordained thee. You hear that? Before I, the I am formed you. In the belly? Oh yeah, it knew you. I'm telling you, you ain't doing nothing but turning back to the bosom of God. It knew you. So what was that? That was you. You set this whole scenery up. That's why you, because you knew that you would be great. You knew that you were the savior you were looking for. You knew because you knew that all that exists was God. You knew. A lot of chosen ones get on here and be like, oh, you just don't understand. It's so hard to be a chosen one. What? You create the person, you create the mind, you create the matrix, you create the game and complain about the game like the little children. In the physical reality, throwing the remote control on the floor to catch your temper tantrums. Come on, put on your big girl drawers, big boy boxers. Why? Because you chosen. Why not you? Who else? Because you equipped. You came with the crystals fluid in your head as a baby, your little soft spot. Ready for activation time, for the lifetime when you get ready to secrete your manna from on high. That's why. Because you could be, do, or have anything you put your mind to. That's why. Because life happens through you and you knew this. That's why. Because, Lord, I would never leave you. That's why. Because, yea, though you walk through the shadow of death, you wouldn't fear no evil because where the evil at? That's why. Because the I am exists. Nothing but the I am exists. Because it's eternal. Because it's everlasting. Because great is its mercy. Because grace and mercy gonna bring you through. You remember that song in church? Your grace and mercy brought me through. I'm living this moment because of you. Do you believe them church songs or not? That's why. Because of grace and mercy. God's grace and mercy is the I amness. And God, I live, I breathe, and have my being. That's why. You signed up for it, chosen one. You chose your story, you chose your scenery, you chose your drama, you chose your shadow work, you choosing because you knew it was just polarity that you was choosing. And when you roll up that polarity, all is God, one faith, one baptism. That's why. When you know the laws of this land, and understand the law of divine oneness, that's why. Because you could never, ever, no matter what you do, no matter what path you took, ever get it wrong. That's why. Instead of asking why not count it all joy? Because it's a love story. It's a beautiful ending. It's always perfect. It's always happily ever after.